Hello everyone. Welcome to Tarot Between Sisters. I was gonna say Lady Between Sisters, no. Tarot Between Sisters. I am Lady Phoebe. I hope you guys are doing good today. It's nice and sunny today, and I always just get extra excited when the sun is out. And so I'm happy that I live in a place that the sun is out the sun is out often. All right. What are we going to know today? What are we going to hear today? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? I just heard the word trust. Trust that the information that you're getting is the right information. We second guess ourselves, don't we? And we doubt whether the message is good enough. And like if you're a reader like me, I definitely know, okay, my hair's doing something. Okay, you know what? I'm going to trust that it looks good. Anyway, a reader like me, you want to give like the most profound messages that make the most impact. But by what filter am I looking at that through? Like maybe someone literally just needs to hear that they're doing a good job. Or literally just needs to hear, you know what, it's time to let go of some baggage that you've been carrying on. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, that is just what is very relevant to me right now. Trust that whatever I am getting is exactly what needs to be said. And that obviously relates to other people as well. Trust that the information that they are getting for their own growth, or if they are someone that someone comes to and speaks to, trust that the support and advice that you give is exactly what that person needs to hear. Okay, so we got trust out of the way. Oh, okay, that's too many flips at the same time, I think. Is it? Yeah, that's too many flips. Okay. So first, we get 3 of Cups, baby. So that's like celebration card. That's people coming together. That's people... I'm like, it's people coming together and celebrating, obviously. But it's more than that. It's like allowing yourself to celebrate. Because too often, we're just so in the mode of the grind. Like, I need to try harder, I need to do more, I need to work more, I need to heal better, I need to heal deeper, I need to... all of that. And this one is like, but when do you celebrate what you've done? And then if you don't celebrate what you've done, then what's the incentive to do more, right? If you don't celebrate, and it's not even just celebrating by yourself, allowing other people to celebrate with you. That's what this is. So it's allowing other people into your space of pride and like, I did this and I'm so happy about it thing. Hey. Hey. Don't you? You're a good boy. Okay, come on. He's a tease, you know? Then we got Ace of Pentacles. This is actually a pretty solid 4 cards coming up first. Like, pretty solid. So I think, honestly... Okay, come on. Come in. And then we got Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Really? What? Oh. So I think what this whole reading is actually taking time out to celebrate your wins. And it's funny, yeah, like it doesn't all need to be this deep, heavy, like, yeah, just super resonate. Like, this is going to resonate, I think, but like, you know, I don't know, we always get in this mode, and I'm just speaking personally, and so I can probably think that a lot of people would relate as well, that to connect to someone, it has to be this like hard, like deep thing. Well, why can't you connect with somebody on lightness as well? I think we connect too much on that deeper level. Actually, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and the whole conversation kind of centered around trauma bonding. And how a lot of us, most of us, all of us are trauma bonded to one person or another, and we act out of that trauma bond. And so it's funny that this reading should come out today, because this reading is looking at the lighter aspects of things. And I even said to her, you know what? Instead of trauma bonding with people, I want to light bond with people. So instead of bonding out of these situations that are dark and hurtful and painful that I can't heal, that keep me like interlocked into this weird tangled energy, I want to light bond with people. And I just like, look at my hands. Like, I just want to light bond with people. And so you're sitting beside each other. Like, if you look at my hands, we're living beside each other, but we don't have that entanglement because we've taken care of our own stuff and we just get to enjoy each other. So there's not this projection of traumas onto each other. Like, that's what I want to light bond with people. So I want to love bond with people. I don't want to trauma bond. And if you actually look deep into your life, you will find some trauma bonds. You will find them there. So this reading is actually on the lighter aspect of things. And it is more of a light bonding forward reading. Because we've got Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So that is, because it's on the bottom of the deck, I always find the bottom of the deck is something that's we haven't really gotten to yet. We haven't really fully understood yet. And that's why it's on the bottom of the deck. And the Ace of Cups to me is always learning how to fill your own cup. It's always giving yourself the love that you need. I had this thing come through to me yesterday that I was like, oh my God, I am my own safe space for mistakes. I am my own safe space for mistakes. Because we always look outside of ourselves for these safe spaces and for people to accept us. And then we can only feel safe if someone else gives us the space to grow. If someone else holds the space for us, that we can feel safe and grow and be okay and nurtured and all that stuff. Well, I want to be my own safe space to make mistakes. And then when I make a mistake, I'm not going to beat the shit out of myself. I'm going to say, shit, that's okay. What did you learn? And then I would learn something amazing because I'm looking at it that way. And then I can go forward and I have now learned this amazing thing. And I don't put pressure on someone else. Again, that's a trauma bond. I don't put pressure on somebody else to be that space for me. So we can just have a super clean relationship because I am my own safe space. No matter where I go, I am my own safe space. I can never be without my own safe space. I carry my safe space everywhere I go. Like, I don't know if this is hitting you as deep. Like, when I thought that, I was like, oh my God. Because I make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. But I have beaten the shit out of myself for these mistakes. And then I wait for someone else to take me off the hook. I wait for somebody else to be like, no, that's okay. No, it was fabulous. No, it was perfect. It was so good. If I can be that for myself, then I don't look outward for that. And bam, I filled my own cup. So it's like, oh my God. And such a simple statement. I am my own safe space for mistakes. And I think that came about actually because in my mediumship circle, I feel very comfortable there actually. I, of course, still want to do perfect because that's my trauma bond that I have not worked through 100% yet. Getting there, but haven't done it. But I do feel very safe there. I feel that if you do make a mistake, it's a very welcome place and you're allowed to make mistakes. And actually sometimes it's kind of encouraged because that's how you learn. And so I was talking about that, like, yeah, it's my safe space. I go to tarot, same thing. I feel very safe there. But even though I feel completely safe in those two places, I still don't want to make mistakes because I take me home after these meetings and I go, I could have done that better. I could have said this. Why didn't I say this? Oh, I should have said this. So if I am my own safe space, wherever I go, I feel safe. I don't have to wait for these groups to make me feel safe for me to experience and grow. Like, I hope that it is hitting you guys as epically as that hit me, because if we are not our own safe space, we will feel safe nowhere. And every time that we feel safe, it will be temporary. But if we are our own safe space, I can't leave me behind anywhere. I don't go anywhere else without myself. So everywhere I go, I'm safe to experience whatever I'm experiencing. Okay, let's move on. And then we got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's two aces here. The one that's a little bit more prevalent, I think a lot of people are concentrating on making some money. So there is whenever I think of the aces, I always think of it's like guidance. And so it kind of goes into what I was saying before, when we need to trust the guidance that we're getting. So if you're getting ideas about making finances, trust them and pursue them, because that's what this is saying. You're getting the ideas, you're getting the inspiration, but you might be doubting it, and so you're not taking it seriously. And so this is saying, take them seriously. Like, grab onto them, like this guy's grabbing onto that pentacle. Grab onto them and make them into fruition. And you can see, like, I'm really drawn to that path down there, walking through. So take that pentacle and walk that path. Ooh, walk the path. You have to walk the path with that pentacle, with that idea, before you can do anything with it. If you just leave it in the clouds, well, it's not going to do anything for you. It's not working for you. And then there's mountains in the background. And mountains, to me, are always strength, because you cannot knock down a mountain. Like, you couldn't even try. Like, you'd look kind of silly if you did. So it's like, you need to take that idea, have faith in it, walk with it, trust it, embrace it, mature it, and then there's a great deal of strength on the other side. Okay? And then we got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Oh, I didn't even realize that they were both cups. Okay. This fits in to what I was saying so much. So we have 5 cards down. 4 out of 5 of those cards are cups. So you are being asked to look at how you love and how you love yourself. Because I'm going, if you can see my table right now, which you can't, I have the Ace of Cups first. So to me, that's almost like the leader of the group. And then I have all these ones to follow. And so again, it's saying you need to fill your own cup. You need to be your own safe space. And then you get all that emotional maturity. Because the King and the Queen, divine counterparts, first of all, in cups. So that is great emotional maturity, great emotional, I wanted to say technology, which is not the word that I was trying to say at all. But that might be, okay, nothing is by mistake. We're trusting the messages we get today. So let's roll with that a little bit. So I wanted to say technology. When I think of technology, I think of something very boom, 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 boom. There is a, like when you're looking at a phone, there is a system that you follow for the phone to work. When you do a computer, there's a computer system. If you follow that computer system, things work out. That's how computers and technology work, right? There is a way, there's code, there's a code that needs to be followed. If you follow the code, the thing works. If you don't follow the code, the thing doesn't work. Love isn't like that. Love is not this, well, I did A, I did B, I did C, then that should equal D. Love is more fluid than that. And so the fact that I said technology tells me that you're looking at love a little bit too technically. You're looking at it with too much of an analyzing mind, that you're trying to make it make sense on a spreadsheet. But love is an energy. It's not this currency that we can say, oh, I've given you this love and I'm going to take that love back. I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. Oh, I don't know if I love him yet. I don't know if I love her yet. I don't know. That's not what love is. We've treated love as a currency, and so that's how we think of it. But it is not this thing that you trade. Love is. We are love. So how can you trade something that we are? We are not a currency. How can we trade that? But when we've been in this dimension, that's what we've been taught. We've been taught to withhold love. We don't want to be vulnerable. I can't just love somebody. I can't love a stranger. I can't love everybody. I can't say I love them. Oh my God, then I can get hurt. Then I can be in trouble. It's not this. Do you see what I'm meaning? It's not this thing that it's not a currency. Love is not a currency. It is this abstract thing that just is. And when we can get in touch with that, then we realize that we love everything equally. We may not spend time with somebody because maybe they aren't on the same journey or they're not resonating with us as much, which is fine because people come and go. People come and go in your life to teach you something or for you to teach them something. Very often it's both. You get taught something, they get taught something. You can teach something, they can teach something. You're the learner, you're the teacher, they're the learner, they're the teacher. So that is the exchange that relationships can offer us. But the love is this constant undercurrent that is always with us, around us, in us. We are. So if we can get in touch with that constant current that's underneath us, then everything else that we're dealing with on top of that current gets dealt with in a much more supportive manner, because we are not making choices that diametrically oppose what we are. When we are saying, oh, I'm not in love with you anymore, oh, I don't want to say I love you, we're actually going against our nature. And when you go against your nature, there causes friction. And that friction is where we live when we're doing that. And so if you're feeling like you are in friction, that's why, because you are going against what you are. And this reading is saying that. This reading is saying you need to get in touch with what love is. And then live that. I say I love you to people that they look at me sometimes and I'm like, I do. I don't withhold love. We withhold love because, again, we think that we can be hurt if I have opened myself up. No one can hurt me but me. I'm the only one that can beat the shit out of myself. I'm the only one that can accept someone's hatred or anger or projection. If someone is projecting something onto me, I understand that they're going through something. And this may not be immediate. This is not something that in the heat of the moment, I'm like, oh my God, I love you. Like, our ego gets in there and goes, I'm being attacked. I need to protect myself. But then later it's like, oh, they were just projecting onto me. And it has nothing to do with me. I don't need to take this personally. I'm going to send them love back because that's what they're actually calling for. Now, this, I have to say, actually, I don't have a lot of people in my life and I don't have a lot of friction in my life and I don't have a lot of people that project a lot of shit onto me anymore. I used to quite a bit and I used to project quite a bit. And so when you're in that state, yes, you get what you receive, man, or what you give. And now, because I'm giving more love on a constant, like I say I love you to strangers when I'm walking by them in the street, not out loud, because then they would look at me like I'm crazy or a creep. But in my head, I go, I love you. And just getting used to saying I love you to everybody makes that feeling and makes my true self closer to me, because I'm in line with that. Like I've said this before, if you want to be like Jesus, think like Jesus. If you want to be like Buddha, think like Buddha. If you want to be like Krishna, think like Krishna. Whoever you want to be like, you have to think like them. And Jesus was the divine love. That's what Jesus did. He loved everybody equally, because there's no one better or worse than anybody. We are all completely equal. And if you don't love all, you don't love any, because we're all one. So he loved all because he understood that. So this is saying you need to start getting in touch with what you are, which is love. And honestly, a simple first step, and I know this sounds crazy, I know, like, how could this ever work? Start saying I love you to strangers in your head when you pass them by. I kid you not. When you start opening up love to people that you would have reserved it for, then you start showing love to yourself when otherwise you would have maybe reserved it from yourself. And then you're expressing your true reality, which is love. And so you get used to being in that frequency. And then you start expressing and extending that frequency because you're used to being there. So hint number 1, say I love you to every single person that you can remember in your head outside the street. It works. I kid you not, it works. And that is like the most simple step. There's no harm in trying. You will not, like, seriously, you're putting nothing on the line. You can only gain. So it's a pretty cool first step. Okay, with that, I think that we are done. I like that reading. It's funny, sometimes I do readings and I was like, I don't know. But because we started off with the trusting and the message and then how it went real deep and like real realistic, like, what are you? We're love. Are you acting in love? No. Well, then you're not acting like yourself. Period. Purred. Okay, with that, I think I'm done. Thank you guys for being here. I totally appreciate you guys. And I know that our family's growing. And that is just, whatever, I'm just appreciative. I'm super appreciative for all you guys. I love you. I love you. And that's when I say choose love and choose love again. That's what I'm meaning. Choose yourself. Choose your reality, which is love. Choose your brother's reality, which is love. Choose your sister's reality, which is love. We are all love. So when you choose that, you're choosing the truth. So with that, choose love. Then choose love again and be compassionate to yourself and be compassionate to others. Mwah! Bye.